Violet was a child soldier who knew nothing but following orders, simply carrying them out without the ability to process her emotions, a tool used by the military. As a result, her emotions built up in her with no outlet. It was only Major Gilbert who treated her like a person, teaching her to read and write while trying his best to keep her out of the battlefield. Following the war, she works at a post office run by her former commanding officer, Claudia, and tries to adjust to civilian life. As a fellow soldier, he understands the scars left behind by war, both physical and emotional. Revealing to her she will learn a lot about life now she is no longer a soldier, but it might be easier if she does not, because learning of life and emotion would lead her to realize her body is on fire from all she had done during the war. By working as an auto-memory doll, as Claudia predicted, she learns of life and the different types of love, all combining to help her realize she is burning from the raw, unprocessed emotions inside her, and discovering Major Gilbert's death is the catalyst in turning the fire into a raging inferno, eroding her will to live and even contemplate suicide, a deep depression she overcomes with the help of those she formed close relationships with since leaving the battlefield. Growing up, Lune experienced much grief due to the paintress and the gommage, a countdown marking the death of all who lived in Lumiere in that year's respective age. Her parents departed on an expedition for the continent to defeat the paintress, though when the next gommage arrived, Lune is forced to accept her parents are dead. In response, she shuts herself off from connection so she would not be hurt again, and devotes herself to the expedition and destroying the paintress. When Expedition 33 lands on the continent, they were decimated by Renoir, and the survivors were separated. On the way to the rendezvous point, she finds Gustave among the corpses of their expedition, about to kill himself. With nothing but the expedition fueling her, she reinvigorates Gustave's will to fight, surviving, finding Maël and Ciel, while slowly opening up along the way. Their momentum is halted when Renoir kills Gustave, an emotional blow that nearly cripples the team. With the help of an older expeditioner, Verso, who approaches them offering his help, they find an appropriate location to bury Gustave. Once they have all paid their respects, Maël, grieving after losing her adopted brother and father figure, is approached by Lune, trying to reassure her. She admits in her years losing the people she loved, she tried all manner of different coping mechanisms, whether it be running from it all or compartmentalizing it. What she found works best for her is setting her feelings on fire and using the flame as a fuel directed towards a singular goal. Both Violet and Lune are characters who lost much in their younger years. Violet's story begins as she is exiting the battlefield and coming to terms with her actions, while Lune's begins as she reaches the continent ready to fight. Both characters refer to what they are feeling within as a fire, and their actions reflect how they deal with it. Violet is threatened to be overwhelmed by the intensity of the emotions burning in her, coming to understand the consequences of her actions on the battlefield, and accepting it as a part of her. Lune, meanwhile, uses it as a fuel to push forward at all cost, a fire tempered and controlled as she finds more and more reasons to live for, beyond the mission alone. What these two characters highlight is how the imagery of fire can be used to convey a character's emotional state, and how it affects them, either providing a fuel or burning everything. Violet and Lune embody these two extremes within their respective yarns.